Nobody really cares about neuromarketing right now, but they will. And the reason that I know this is look at all the hate that we get on just some of these comments. It means we're on the right track. So what is neuromarketing? Why do brands need it? And what makes this a quote unquote fake job? So neuromarketing is using academic research, using advanced medical tools like fMRIs, EKG machines to measure heart, galvanized responses to measure whether or not you're sweating or how your skin response is moving. We track things like rapid eye movement using infrared tracking glasses. So that way we can use customer data of your actual target audience to see what their response is going to be to our brand and marketing messages. Think about this. When a brand like Fritos or somebody like P&G puts out a $1 billion invested product into something, and they're going to spend millions and millions of dollars on the advertising and marketing campaigns, don't you think they would want to know with certainty that A, it's going to work, but B, that their audience is actually engaged with what they're putting out? Of course they would. And it's no different from big business all the way down to small businesses, which is the primary audience that we serve. We take all this stuff that's usually reserved for the top 100 companies that spend billions of dollars a year on advertising and marketing. We take those tools, strategies, and tactics and actually bring them down to people that are building America and that are trying to live the American dream by providing jobs and supporting their families, the people that actually need it the most. We actually do that through our monthly newsletter called the Neuro Insider. We'll leave a link down in the description. Go check it out, sign up for it. It's an amazing resource for you guys to get some of this content on a monthly basis instead of just finding random YouTube videos like this and trying to pull random nuggets and apply them. We actually break down step by step how to use some of this stuff. So how do you know when to actually start to implement neuromarketing? Most people think that I've got to have these big expensive budgets to actually begin to leverage these tools and techniques. And that can't be farther from the truth, because when you're first starting, let's say you're under $500,000 a year, what's going to be your primary driver of people coming to you? It's most likely going to be your website. And that's actually one area where we can have the biggest impactful change is how people are consuming your website and engaging with you. And just by optimizing that, it's really easy to start to accelerate a forward path towards more success and towards more financial revenue that's going to allow you to scale to that next point. Now, that next point, let's say it's 1 to 1.5 million a year in your business. Now we're looking at how do we squeeze the efficiency out of your business and out of your marketing to get more bang for your buck. And while it's still super important at the beginning when you're under that $500,000 a year revenue mark, it starts to become even more impactful because at that 1 to 1.5, you're reaching a really critical spot, which is where your profitability is still probably really low and you haven't figured out how to really optimize for profitability from your marketing and advertising. And that's where having a traditional agency that understands these concepts, plus the additional jet fuel of neuromarketing, can really amplify your effects long term and even in the short term from campaign to campaign. And this allows us to have kind of that parabolic growth or that exponential growth into that next stage. In previous videos, we've talked about the 3 stages of business, which is where you surge, you explode, and then you plateau. So at that 1.5, you actually are starting to surge again to get that momentum, but that momentum is towards profitability. And usually the biggest catalyst is using advanced marketing and advertising techniques to help you squeeze that additional profit and revenue so you can accelerate and explode into that next stage. So whether you're a super seasoned vet who's looking at squeezing more profitability, getting stronger advertising and marketing campaigns, or you're at that basic level where you're just starting out getting traction, these systems work at all different levels. Obviously, they even work up to the multi-billion-dollar a year companies because companies like Apple, IBM, the NFL, Microsoft, they all use neuromarketing techniques. And usually those neuromarketers get paid a really high salary in those companies to do that. But like I said, we like to be Robin Hood a little bit. We like to steal the ideas from the rich and bring them back down to people that are just starting out so you can build your American dream and start to get to that next level of your business growth. If you're going to spend money on advertising and marketing, you had to sell the customers, you had to get the investment, you had to do all this hard work up front. Wouldn't you want to know that the direct mail piece that you put out is actually going to convert before it even goes to print? When you want to know that before you launch this new website that people's attention is actually going to be pulled in the right places? Of course you would. You're spending all the money and time to get these pieces to fit your brand exactly and to try to be something that looks and feels really cool, but let's actually get it to do what we need it to do, which is to sell or to convert leads. And that's exactly where neuromarketing steps in. And it's where we spend all day, every day for the last 6 years perfecting this for our clients so they get the best results possible. Now, while we can never guarantee results because of FTC compliance, which also got a lot of hate, you should go check out the Hormozy video that we did on that. But what it really helps with this is getting you guys positioned to win. And that's ultimately what every great marketing and advertising agency at its fundamental level should be doing for you, is getting you to win. And that's why you really should care. But also you should have a marketing partner and agency that's also forward thinking. Because while you may not have heard about neuromarketing today, it doesn't mean that you're not going to hear about it in 3, 5, 7 years, because it's going to get so competitive with the use of AI to where it's going to be almost impossible to differentiate what was human created or what was AI created. But ultimately, where your strategic advantage is going to be is understanding how human beings think. AI cannot think like a human being and understand the rationales and the subconscious behaviors, or why your eyes moved a certain way when it was looking at one image versus another, and how that converts into a positive outcome for you as the business owner. These things are going to really matter as these new and emerging technologies start to take over. Wouldn't it be in your best interest to actually start to lean into these technologies and lean on the experts that have been doing this for a while in order to get you the results that you're really looking for? Of course you would. It would be a great benefit. So while you may not know exactly what neuromarketing is today, I promise that by subscribing to our channel, checking out the Neuro Insider, following us on social, you'll start to learn the tools and the strategies that we're using in order to get our clients the results that they really want, so they can go live the American dream and they can see success in all areas of their business. So I talked a lot about the why and the how, but we've actually got more strategic strategy videos where we break down everything from neuro website analysis, where we go through all the neuromarketing techniques that different websites use, to the different neuromarketing strategies that we think about when we're creating marketing and advertising plans. We've got a ton of tactical videos inside of this channel for you. You can find them on the cards here inside of the YouTube video. But I want you guys to go check some of those out and start to actually apply them inside of your business today, and pick up the lessons, pick up the tools, pick up the strategies so you can start to apply those in your day-to-day business. And as always, if you want us to come in, we've actually got our website down here below. Feel free to fill out a form, get in contact with us, and one of our neuromarketing team members will be in contact with you. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Really enjoyed having you here and talking about this. Make sure to check out those other videos.